Hello my vegan friends, welcome back. I hope you are doing very well. It is Monday today and I thought we would start off the video with some of these super easy, delicious 3-ingredient waffles. And we're also going to try some of this plant-based bacon just for a little bit of a higher protein meal. And it was on sale, so it's also definitely very budget friendly. But for the waffles, all you're gonna need is, like I said, 3 ingredients, just oats, which is blended up into oat flour, your plant milk of choice, and a banana for sweetness. And it is such a delicious, easy breakfast. For a snack later on, I just decided to have a fresh mango, and they're in season, so it is very budget friendly. For lunch, we're having leftovers. It was actually my birthday last week, so we are having this pizza, which again was super budget friendly because it was on special for 2 for 1 on Fridays, so we ordered this Friday night. And yeah, we still have it on Monday, so it was such a delicious, easy lunch. And my baby here is just having some banana, and of course my dog is here as well. For dinner, we're gonna be keeping it pretty simple with a kind of like a toasty, I guess you would call it. We got these fresh buns, so I'm just going to grill up some onions, some oyster mushrooms, and some tomato, as well as some vegan chorizo that is super cheap here. And I'm sure that you can find some other alternative near you. So I'm just going to grill that up and put it on this fresh bun and make kind of like a grilled toasty sandwich. As well as we're going to pair that with some greens. So all you're going to do is fry up your onions and mushrooms. I'm going to keep the seasoning super simple here. We're just going to do garlic powder, some pepper, and some flaky salt. And then just grill that up until it is nice and softened and cooked through. We're going to add in our tomatoes closer to the end, as well as fry up some of that vegan chorizo. And now all we're gonna do is just fill our sandwiches here. So we're gonna put a couple of scoops of that filling in, and then we're gonna just grill these on each side for a couple of minutes until nice and toasted. And for our greens, we're going to do a side kale salad, again with some fresh mango because we had that in our fridge. We're going to do some sunflower seeds, as well as some pecans. Again, you can use whatever you have in your pantry and whatever is convenient for you. And then for our dressing, I'm just going to use this kind of balsamic dressing that we have. You can also do a homemade dressing of just olive oil and balsamic. Basically, it would be super similar. And yeah, this was a super wholesome, high protein, super budget friendly dinner. Moving on to Tuesday, we're going to make some of that leftover waffle and have like a savory waffle with some of this leftover tofu scramble we had in the fridge. Which, by the way, if you haven't seen my tofu scramble video, we literally make it almost every single morning. It is like 5 minutes. I will link the video below for you. Definitely go check it out. It's so easy and so delicious. So I'm just going to top the waffle with a little bit of that tofu scramble, some fresh avocado, which is also in season and very cheap right now, along with some homemade hot sauce and salt and pepper. And this was a 10 out of 10 breakfast. If you love a savory breakfast, honestly, give this waffle a try because you would never expect that it's such a good combo. And then for lunch, I was craving something sweet, so I actually decided to have a protein shake with this chocolate protein powder, which I also love putting in some superfoods, so I'm doing flaxseed and pumpkin seeds here. And again, just with water. You could do plant milk also if you have, but we just ran out. So this is going to be half of my lunch, and the other half I'm going to have a piece of this amazing chocolate cake I got for my birthday. We are almost done it, and I'm so sad because it has been literally the best cake of my life. Honestly, let this be your sign to go look out for vegan desserts in your area, because this honestly blew my mind. It was 10 out of 10, so good. And if you pair it with a smoothie, it's super high in protein as well, as a smoothie already has like 30 grams of protein. All right, moving on to dinner, we're gonna be doing a rice bowl. We're gonna be doing Brussels sprouts for our greens, since again, they're in season, they're cheap here right now. And we're just gonna keep it really simple with the seasoning as well today. We're just gonna do some olive oil, salt, and pepper. And we're just gonna shake that up and air fry those for about 10 minutes or until nice and crispy. In the meantime, I'm also cooking some chickpeas in my Instapot. I'm using dried chickpeas here, but cans would work just as well. Dried if you want to be extra budget friendly, but cans are also really cheap. So just drain and rinse your chickpeas and then toss with a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And then we're gonna air fry those as well, along with the Brussels sprouts. And for our nice, cheap, easy, delicious dressing, we're gonna be using sunflower seeds as the base here. It's gonna be like a creamy honey garlic sauce. So we're gonna do sunflower seeds, water, garlic, soy sauce or tamari, and agave or maple syrup. And then just blend that until you have this nice creamy sauce. And I have actually been making this sauce a lot recently and putting it on so many things. And it is so, so good. Now that everything is ready, we had some rice already left over in the fridge, which is why I decided to make this rice bowl. So I just heated up the rice, and then we're just gonna plate everything together. I know this sauce honestly doesn't look like much and looks kind of weird, to be honest, but it tastes so, so good. The recipe for this and everything else will be in the description box below, so definitely go check it out if you're interested. Now for breakfast today, honestly, this was supposed to be just like a pre-breakfast because this was 7 a.m. when I was awake with my baby and I was just so hungry, so I needed some sort of food. So I'm doing a peanut butter toast with some blueberries, coconut, and a little drizzle of maple syrup. And then I also just cut off a little piece for my baby before putting on the maple syrup. And then I ended up sleeping in, which was so nice. My husband was taking care of our baby and I got to nap a little bit extra. So this was actually like noon. I decided to make kind of lunch, I guess now. But this was a tofu scramble sandwich from those fresh buns that we had. I just toasted it, put some avocado along with the tofu scramble. And again, 10 out of 10, super easy, budget friendly, delicious lunch. For dinner, we're gonna make this kind of like loaded potato dish. So all you're gonna need is some potatoes cut up into kind of bite-sized pieces. Then again, we're gonna keep it super simple here with the seasoning with just some olive oil, salt, pepper, and paprika. And we're just gonna toss that together and put in the air fryer for about 20 minutes or until they're nice and golden. In the meantime, I'm gonna cook up some lentils. Again, if you have canned lentils, you could totally do that, just drain and rinse. We're using dried lentils here though. So once they're cooked, I'm going to add them to a pan with some onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, cumin, and black pepper. And then just mix that all together and let it fry on medium heat for like 10 minutes or until nicely cooked through. And then once our potatoes are done, we are just going to, again, plate everything together. I also decided to air fry some broccoli quickly just to get some greens in this meal. And that was just super simple. And then we're gonna load our lentil mixture on top of our potatoes and then add on this gravy, which I had in the fridge already. And then we're gonna add on some nutritional yeast for some extra protein boost here. And again, this loaded potato bowl was so simple and so high protein, so delicious, so good. Last but not least, for dessert, we're gonna have another piece of cake to finish it off. So delicious.